everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Information
I agree.
but then you go, well, where's your evidence? It's like, well, my evidence is that I reported it. I did the right thing that you're going to do. So if somebody calls and says, hey, Andrew, there's a viable death threat against you, and that person definitively has the rank to be able to tell you this, and you say, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to report that to the feds. Then I go, what's your evidence? It's like, well, I got the information, and I gave the information that I got from who I got it to the right body of people. And that's what I did.
Got it. I just want
Cool.
to make sure.
And so
I'm not trying to trap you.
Well,
I just want to make sure I got it clear.
And that's why I say I want to know what you're doing now, because this has always been the thing. It's like, we actually can't win on the overwhelming claim. So we're just going to go and bring up everything that I think can try to embarrass her. I reported exactly as I received it.
I'm not trying to embarrass you. I just want to make sure that I get your positions clear.
I have not said, yeah, go ahead.
And now you have stated multiple times that you believe that Israel's involved in the death of Charlie Kirk.
Can you give me...
Yes, we can pull up the clip. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Can I finish the sentence?
Go ahead.
Can you give me the context for what are you talking about? Like when I say, generally speaking, why people think that Israel's involved? Mm-hmm. Okay. Where's your question?
Yeah. Do you have any positive evidence whatsoever that Israel killed Charlie Kirk?
Well, I couldn't say Israel was on the ground and shot and killed Charlie Kirk. I would say that there are various things that we're trying to establish, one being a motive. And since I don't believe that Tyler Robinson and his transferee is a convincing motive because he was fired up about politics, which Lance testified that he never spoke about with him, nor do I believe that he was so into LGBTQ issues, since Lance testified they never spoke about LGBTQ issues, that he stopped and ate at Chick-fil-A, which if you are into LGBTQ issues, wouldn't be your lunch before you go kill Charlie Kirk for LGBT.
Damn. You know what? You know what's crazy is I went to Chick-fil-A one time and there was a stud manager there. And I was just like, I mean, maybe Chick-fil-A might be open on Sundays one day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to think. I was just like, that's what crossed my mind. Like, Chick-fil-A about to be open on Sundays. when I seen a stud working at Chick-fil-A, they about to be they going far left wing now. They diversifying in a real way. Okay, Jesus say, "Come as you are." That's what happened.
LGBTQ issues, because
Yeah, but do you have positive evidence?
I'm answering the question as I feel like I want to answer it. Like I said, you don't get to for an hour and a half pepper.
But the question I'm asking is about positive evidence.
I'm telling you that in any case, establishing a motive and and again, I already explained this at the top of the show, but the reason why people find Israel to be an interesting question is because truthfully, Charlie's perspectives were changing on Israel.
Sure.
And he was starting to realize how much pressure was being put on not just our government to constantly fight their wars, but also being put on his organization personally. If people had come out and been honest about that, rather than rabid claiming he never flinched and everybody's lying and this is not true, you would probably have people that just go, that's life. People change their opinions.
I understand.
And then
Do you know why Kanye West and Candace Owens are winning? Because those are two people who have big voices, big platforms, critical thinkers. Okay? Kanye may be crazy, but he think a lot. Avid readers. Okay? And they both have came after Israel. And Israel has stopped them from being having many opportunities. See, when Candace Owens was pro-Israel, pro-MAGA, pro all that, she was shooting up to the top of white folks. All the Jews loved him. Candace Owens was like a rocket. We seen her on every platform. Everybody was talking about her. Oh, I just love Candace Owens, Candace Owens, Candace Owens. You could just go through a clip. I seen a clip the other day of how many people who dislike Candace Owens was saying good things about. I wish I would have saved it. Was saying good things about Candace Owens just a few years ago. But now, since this has been coming up, all major networks won't say her name. So if you don't think that Israel has power over American media, over American, now I'm not gonna say it, the Jews do this. No, I'm just saying pay attention, because when people start losing endorsements so they can't get into certain places or they can't create certain platforms, that's why Candace Owens has to create her own platform, not outside of YouTube. Outside of YouTube, Candace Owens has a very large platform that she has to create. The only reason why she's not canceled off of YouTube because she hasn't said anything defamatory. Okay, but Israel don't like that. Thank you for the gift. I didn't see that gift. I got the hidings. Shout out, thank you for the gift. But yeah, Candace Owens is definitely knocking on some doors, and I don't know. I don't think it's gonna fare well for her, because you know what happens when that happens. But I'm just saying, Charlie Kirk, she's trying to put a button on it, and she's connecting the dots. But she's not saying nothing defamatory towards the people or the religion. She's talking about the country.
There was the rabid, I mean, not even that. It's like everything was about trying to convince the public how much he liked it.
So then, other than intuition, how you feel about things, do you have any evidence Israel was involved in killing Charlie Kirk?
I have already said, and if you're watching my show and the context of what I said, this is the general sense of why people think Israel's involved. Nobody has made the claim that Israelis, there were also, obviously
Ian
Joe
Carroll
Kent
made the claim.
Well, Joe Kent, who I think would have the right to assert it, noted that there were 12 Israeli cell phones on the ground that day. I think most people would like to probe that. Now, it could be maybe they were students, and they were Israeli students in Utah that day. But we'd like to probe that narrative, because
if Charlie was still alive, would she be acting out? What do you mean by acting out? Like, would she be trying to get the truth about his death? Or would she is acting out like, what do we mean by acting? You know what she did? She respected her friend and his wishes. She stepped back from him. He stepped back from her. But at some point, he contacted her and was like, she talked about this. He contacted her and was talking about some things, but he didn't get too into the explicits. And she said she wondered why he was asking certain things, because in her mind, she's like, he wants to know more information about what I think about this situation, but he's not leading on. He wants her to explain what she thinks. She wouldn't do it. Shout out to Michael Ford. Love Candace from day one. She's real as they come. Honestly, she is. I mean, to a fault. A lot of people didn't like what she had to say when she came up. So would she be acting up? No, she would do exactly what she's doing now. It just wouldn't be as significant to Charlie Kirk. It wouldn't. It would be whatever she's talking about. Trump, maybe the Iran war. I don't even think she would even bring up Israel and what their beef is with the Iran war, which is honestly, I think, because of what's that? Who's fighting Palestine and Gaza or whoever? Them people, Palestine and Gaza, that conflict with Iran helping Gaza, that might be a whole thing that she be talking about. For real, for real. That's what she would be talking about. That's honestly what she would be talking about. Or maybe she would, maybe she wouldn't. But the Charlie Kirk thing wouldn't be a thing. But since that was her friend, I think. So I don't know what you mean by acting out. Like, she's doing exactly what she's been doing.
We've seen after, coming from the Israeli government, the Israeli prime minister kind of denying that he did it, which wasn't really necessary, was quite busy. The phone call that happened, which no one wants to discuss, in the Hamptons the week prior, or not the week prior, I think it was around August 5th or 6th that took place. And again, the almost desperate lies about Charlie shifting opinion on Israel lead us to believe that there could.
If she never talked about Charlie Kirk, then how would you know she? If she never talked about Charlie Kirk, then how would you know? She said before Charlie Kirk. When was the last time Candace actually had a conversation with him? She never talked about him on the show. She never talked about Charlie Kirk on the show. It's her friend. She's not going to talk bad about Charlie Kirk. She still hasn't said anything bad about Charlie. Why would she talk about Charlie Kirk if he's alive? If he did not die, she would not talk about him. Because what would she talk about? That was her friend. She doesn't talk about Officer Tatum, but let him die. She gonna talk about him, but she's not gonna express to y'all what she feel, or us, or all of us. She's not gonna express that to people. Why? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense for her to talk about something that doesn't make a sense, because Charlie Kirk had his own agenda, his own thing going on. It was not political. It did not start any wars. Was it controversial? Yes, but she's controversial herself. So does she have to talk about Charlie Kirk to have a platform? No. It's people that come to talk to her about other stuff. I've seen other videos. It seems kind of off of what she does, and they still do good. They just don't do as well. So she rather talk about Charlie Kirk, and she gets a lot of information. It's just a fact. She's not talking about Charlie Kirk because he's alive and he's dead. Like, that's, come on, man. Y'all got to think about it. If that's her friend, all right, you got friends. Do you talk about your friends to other people? If you do, you're not a really good friend. I mean, that's just a fact.
Could be an Israeli angle in this, but we cannot say for certainty that Israel called the shots and this is how it happened. But it is definitively, I think, a thread that a lot of us would like to see.
There's no positive evidence.
Whatever you want to say, however positive, negative, however you want to say it.
Well, positive evidence
I can just
would
have
be
a conversation.
Material evidence and other evidences, which would
what
point
we've
you
said
to it.
is on our show is what we said, which is this feels like a conspiracy building. There's no reason to lie about these things, and yet people are lying. BB ain't acting right. The Hamptons thing was weird, and the way they tried to shove the Israel narrative down our throat immediately. I mean, the day he died, posting a picture of him with an American and Israeli AI'd photo on the president's feed doesn't feel right. So,
do you have any evidence that Erica Kirk or TPUSA participated in the murder of Charlie Kirk?
I've never said they participated in the murder of Charlie Kirk, so how could I say that I have evidence they participated in the murder of Charlie Kirk?
Okay. So then you don't believe that they did?
I never have said that statement, so I'm not going to get you to ask me personal questions about things that I've never said on record.
Okay, fair.
Your team is sending messages in the back saying they have a video they want to play.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know what the video is.
This is an awkward silence.
Yes, you said that there's a video you want to play that Candace said she has full confidence Israel was involved?
Yep.
Yeah. He said...
But he said Erica Kirk and TPUSA.
Evidence that they killed him. I said this is why people think their involvement.
So
if they have the clip, they can play the clip.
Yeah.
They're referring to a clip.
Yeah.
Via whom? My guess is Pierre. Erica. I think that there's a reason Pierre knew that Charlie was dead first. I think there's a reason he was a priority. How? Why? I think France and Israel are involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I'm going to put that out there with full confidence.
Okay.
I also...
Involvement.
I understand.
Yeah.
So you think you with full confidence, you think that...
Yeah, I think
that
Israel's
France
involved.
and Israel.
Yeah, I mean, the person that gave me that thing that I reported said that French Foreign Legion were on the ground that day. Mm-hmm. Again, this would be at a professional limitation for me to then go and probe that information that I handed over. I can't do that. I'm not
But
the
you
United
don't have
States
any
government.
positive evidence of that.
Okay.
Right?
Liz, I don't. Can you just stop? It's actually just like annoying to hear you keep saying positive evidence. I've just asked me what I think, and I just tell you, yes, I think they are
that's
involved.
That's a claim.
No, I said here's what I think.
I have every right to ask you about your claim.
Yeah, but
and if there's positive evidence
in
for
this
your
statement,
claim.
I literally just said I think, and I am allowed to think. And
Yeah,
you
you're
keep
allowed to
saying,
think,
do you have
but you're
positive
making a
evidence?
claim.
I have tons of positive.
Actually, if you watch her show, see, if you take one small clip of the claim and you don't back it up with everything she said before that claim, because usually, I don't know, y'all might not watch Candace Owens, but I'm gonna tell you, Candace Owens, she long strokes it, okay? She'll tell you every detail in which and why she believes that this happens. It's not just, okay, I think this happened and that's the clip. No, she'll lead you up to the fact of this person met with this person. This person was at this place at this time. This person had a talk with this person. Then this person did this. Then they scheduled this to happen. And then, boom, this happened. She'll give you a detailed lineup. And then she'll be like, and that is why I think Pierre and Israel knew something about Charlie Kirk's death and had something to do with it. That's why I think. So just playing that last clip and saying, then he's sitting there back without it. Obviously, if he has that clip, he has everything she said before. But what he wants her to do is repeat it right now for her to misstep and say something that isn't right or isn't what she actually said, so he can be like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's that Dave Chappelle gotcha, bitch moment. Not like Candace Owens is a bitch, but like if you see the Dave Chappelle gotcha, bitch, you know what I'm talking about.
Evidence that I'm allowed to think. Yes.
I agree. You're allowed to think.
Okay. So,
nobody's disputing whether or not Candace Owens is allowed to think. What I'm asking is
but
you have
what's your issue then? What is your issue with the statement?
Evidence.
I think that Israel is involved.
That's not just what you said. You said
I
that
did say
it's with full confidence.
Yes.
You would think that if you had full
Can you have confidence to think when you think?
If I said, for instance, I think I'm going to be late to work, right, with full confidence, I would say my evidence for that is that I'm 20 minutes away and I need to be there in 5.
Andrew,
that's how you would know whether or not you had full confidence.
I'm just going to tell you something.
Hang on, let me finish.
Sure.
If it was the case that I said I have full confidence I'm going to be late to work, I would say my evidence that I'm going to be is that work is 20 minutes away, right, and I have to be there in 5. So I have full confidence. That's why I would think that. So I'm asking, if you think that Israel and France were involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and you say with full confidence, I'm just asking for the evidence, or at least walk me through the mindset of why it is that you could think that with evidence.
I actually don't have to walk you through why I think. I can give you something that I think with full confidence. I think with full confidence that you lost the substance of this debate, and now you're moving toward things that I have said that I think, which I can do. I'm allowed to think that.
They're pertinent to this debate.
It's not exactly pertinent to this debate.
It's 100% pertinent.
It's not pertinent because
she called him out right there. She called him out like, you have no chance to win it. Matter of fact, we only an hour and 49 into this debate. There's a whole nother hour and 20 minutes. And she telling him already, you have no substance. She just grabbed her balls in his face. And if this was a porn, she'd have slapped her meat on his face. That's how you disrespect somebody. I'm just saying.
These are claims made about Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's the complete substance of the debate.
No, actually, would you like to remind him of what our debate claims actually were?
And would you like to remind you said I could ask you about any of these things to my heart's content?
Feel free, but you do not get to structure how I'm allowed to reply or ask me why are you allowed to think.
I'm not structuring how you're allowed to reply. I'm just asking you direct questions.
I have full confidence that you do not feel that you represented your claim well. And so now what you came prepared to do is to present yourself like a professor of fallacies.
I just want to know.
And to say, you're not allowed to say that. You can't.
You can say whatever you want. Nobody's disputing that.
It seems like you are disputing it. I think that when this is all said and done, I've already explained to you, I explained at the beginning of this, why I think Israel is ultimately going to be proven to have involvement in this. I just explained to you in the middle, and now you're wanting me to structure the sentence or provide evidence. You don't have to. You're just allowed to think.
I wonder if he talked to his wife like that. Like, do he talk to his wife like this? Like, this gives textbook narcissism. And I usually don't do this to men, but I just be like, because sometimes I hate when women generalize men about being narcissists because of their behaviors. But when I look at this fool and the way he's acting and talking during his debate, is so childish. It's like, you probably stand over your wife and yell at her face and tell her why why do you think like this? Why do you think like this? Go clean the dishes. He got to smack his wife a few times. He got to. There's no doubt in my mind. That's all alleged, but I'm just saying, like.
And I've explained to you my thought process. I don't need to structure it in a sentence. If you feel like a professor today, you picked the wrong day.
Don't you think that like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people would want to know what Candace Owens' positive evidence for why it is that Israel and France were involved in the most traumatic public assassination of Gen Z's lifetime is?
That's why they watch my podcast.
So you're just going to drip to them? Like, here's why
it's
I
not
think
dripping.
that?
Every time we come across any of these discussions, they're watching this in context and they know why I'm saying it. So
exactly. That's what I said. I said it earlier. If you don't watch the full context of her conversation and why she led up to that, then you could just play a clip and just expect her to, just tell us again why you think this. Like, go play the clip. You came with came full of clips. Just play the full clip. That's what they don't want to do. The journalism in me that I don't have, none of that degree that I don't have, will say, go find the clip and do it all. I ain't got time for it. But it makes a good point to just play the entire clip and stop spoon feeding the viewers for one-offs. All he's trying to do is get a one-off on Candace Owens, and it's not working. We've already proven that from the episode yesterday, and it's just getting worse from here. It gets worse from here. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section.